The one setting in Warzone 2 that doesn't ever seem quite right is the audio. We're going over the best Warzone 2 audio settings again, and they are going to be slightly different and tinkered with if you did manage to catch the previous video on this about a week ago. Since a week ago, we've actually already had an audio update within the first patch. So we did have some bugs that were fixed around directional audio and occlusion audio, which is basically sound within buildings. So that's great for periodic bugs of audio not quite working. But they've also explicitly improved footstep audio. We don't know in what way, they just say they've made significant improvements. Since playing after the patch, I haven't massively noticed, but I think they are marginally easier to hear. So with this update in mind, I'm going to take another look at the audio settings for getting an advantage in Warzone 2, and that largely is going to be based around how best to hear footsteps. Although there are some other important audio settings as well that you need to know. So we start out with the audio mix, which is arguably the most important setting moving ahead. And previously I said to use headphone bass boost. This one seems pretty obvious if you are using a headset. You're either going to use this or headphones, but bass boost does obviously enhance those lower end frequencies, which footsteps do come in. And obviously if you have a TV, go for TV, soundbar with a soundbar, etc, etc. However, I have noticed by using home theater with my headset, not with a home theater, you can actually notice a huge difference. And for me, I can pick up way more audio cues this way, whether it's footsteps or whether it's doors opening or banging and things like that. So for me, I'm running home theater right now, so why not try that out if you are having some audio problems? Then for master volume, I always leave this on 100 and just alter it on my own headset. If you don't have that option, obviously you'll want to put this down generally to not deafen yourself, but really this is the overall volume that you're hearing. So if it is too loud, you can just turn down the volume elsewhere, whether it's on your headset or your TV or monitor or speakers or whatever. Next, for music volume, I've still got this way down all the way at 6. The music is fantastic on Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2 for that matter, but when you're actually playing in the game, and particularly near the end game, when they start to introduce that intense music to get you going, it is actually quite distracting and you can miss audio cues that actually help you out in the game. Dialogue volume, I've put this down to 50. Again, at 100, it can just override all the other audio in the game, but sometimes people do shout out very important things. So enemy operators might shout out what they're doing, whether that's throwing a grenade or taking fire or whatever, and that basically tells you someone is in the area, so pretty important. Effects volume, we've left this on 100, so this is things like doors banging and footsteps, so obviously we want that as loud as possible. Hit marker volume doesn't matter too much, mine's on 50. For mono audio, definitely leave this off. By switching this off, it actually means we've got stereo audio, and stereo audio means we have that directional sound, so we can hear if someone's coming from the left or right. If mono audio is switched on, all that would be channeled together, and we'd just get it all merged into our ears. For subtitles, I've left that all on. For similar reasons to dialogue volume, it can just give us clues to what's going on around us. Then the next key audio settings are around our proximity chat and actually our microphone. Proximity chat is one of the best features in Warzone 2 for me, and obviously it can give you the drop on enemies if they don't hear you, or you can actually end up teaming up with people and having a chat with them. I think it's a great feature, absolutely leave it on. But then on the subject of proximity chat, when you know someone is around in the game, you obviously want to stay as quiet as possible on your microphone. And for some people, my team included that I play with a lot, and about a third of the enemies that I actually come up against, they make the mistake of having their open mic threshold too low. So that means their microphone is actually super sensitive to noise. So the telltale signs are if someone's breathing, or maybe you can hear their PC or whirring in the background, or PS4 if they're using that. And obviously if people see this come up on the screen, they know someone's around. So I recommend putting this up a little bit more than what you normally use it on. I've put mine up considerably, all the way up to 75, just to ensure the enemy doesn't hear me breathing when I'm trying to get the drop on them. That being said, I still have my microphone volume on 100, so it's still loud enough for everyone to hear when I actually do go over that mic threshold. So in my opinion, they are the best audio settings in Warzone 2 right now. Obviously the problems that come up with audio, and particularly footsteps, are largely on Call of Duty's side, which means there's not much we can do on our side. But hopefully these audio settings will get you a few more kills and a few more wins. If you haven't already, check out some of my other settings videos, which will absolutely give you an advantage on Warzone. Or if you're looking to rank up weapons, why don't you head over here? See ya!